Hey everybody, it's Josh from CollectionDX. I haven't done a review in a while. I've been busy, sorry. And of course, the time that I decided to do a review, I am sick with a massive head cold. So this will be short. I'll try not to talk too much, and I'll try not to talk too loud, lest I lose my voice. But this came out, and I wanted to show it with you guys. It is my favorite character, Raideen. It is the super robot Chogokin Raideen, Raideen the Brave. Some call him, if the American version is Raideen. Start with the box. It's nothing spectacular. It's nothing too huge. Nice drawings on the front and back, photos, showing all the doohickeys and whatnot. Small box, really compact piece, nicely packed in. Alright, box, great. So, the toy, there it is. Wow. Horribly exciting. I know it's in a kind of neutral pose at the moment, but don't let the neutral pose set you off. It is actually really kind of nicely done. And I'll show you why, I think. So, let's go through the metal content here. So, these thighs are metal. I think the upper legs are metal as well. Yeah, maybe not. Part of the chest is metal. And some of the connector bars are metal. Other than that, not much else. So, but it does feel pretty solid. It's got a good feel to it. There's joints in all the screws in all the plastic bits, so it's pretty secure, held together nicely. I want to get the issue of contention out of the way right now. So this waist joint here, it's actually a multi-segmented joint, and some people have seen it like that, and it looks kind of awkward, I'll give you that. But the great thing about it is you don't have to do it. You don't have to use it. It's there if you want it. It's gone if you don't, okay? So starting from the top, the head is probably the most articulate Raideen head we've seen on any toy so far. It's double jointed, and it actually comes off kind of easy, but there's a reason for that. But you can see there's a ball joint in there and another one there, so it just pops on pretty easily. Okay, so head moves really nice. These two panels are on little balls and sockets. It's got the dual segmented shoulders, so you can see goes in, comes out. These move freely. It's got double jointed elbows, so you can get a really great range of motion out of them. Okay, wrists will swivel. I mentioned to you about the waist. It does give it a fantastic range of motion. So the legs, forward and back on a ball. They actually rotate right there too, which is nice. And it's got these little panels on the side that give it a little more range of motion. That's a holdover from the SOC Raideen. It's got the collapsible back leg panels that allow for a really good range of motion. And the feet, of course, are on balls. It's a nice detailing underneath. So, altogether, I mean, it's a nicely articulated piece. It's a little fidgety, it's a little, getting these kind of, I don't know what you call them, sideburns or whatever. They come out of place kind of easily. If you bump the wrong way, it'll look weird, so you might have to spend a little time posing. Yeah, it's nice. So, of course, he comes with some weapons, and I'll show you those now. He doesn't have Raideen's full complement of weapons. There's a lot of obscure ones that he uses like once or twice in the show that it does not come with, but it comes with the bow and the shield. You just pop those off, and the shield's a new piece. And then there's a aiming finger. Like he has the little finger there. And then you can replace this fist with a grasping fist. Like so, pops in rather nice. So here's one of the few pain. I found that if you rotated this backwards and brought the arm in a little bit, you'll have better luck getting this pose pulled off. Now it comes with an arrow, which has a metal shaft, which is nice. And he just kind of holds onto that and holds it like that. And that's all it is. And it can be kind of a pain to get that pose just right, but it's pretty sweet. I mean, that looks pretty cool, right? I thought so. So he's got that stuff. He's got, I'll leave the fist on for the minute. His shield here comes with the pieces to either, you can just kind of attach those on the side there, and they're keyed to go in a certain way, so one locks into the other. So he's got his trademark shield, and he has a couple of blades. There's a short blade and a long blade, but I'll show you the long blade. You just imagine the short blade is just shorter. So he's got that. Can do his kind of badass move there, I feel like Bob Ross. Is anyone getting a Bob Ross vibe out of this? And he also comes with an alternate face. He has the angry face and the angry face and stoic face. All right. So we're going to show you how to change the face, and I'll do that while I'm doing the transformation to godbird mode, because yes, it does. All of the other Raideens that have preceded it is, well, all except one. It's not a perfect transformation. You need the assistance of a couple parts. Which are those parts there. You got one wing, two wing, a back part, and a face part. Oh, and also a couple of leg parts. So let's go through this. It's pretty easy. Don't be daunted. So first thing you do is remove the hands and remove the weapons. Weapons collar, we'll call them. I don't know. Wrist guards. Whatever. Let's remove them. We don't need them. Okay, put the legs together like so and pull those off. So I mean, I guess you could leave them on, but they give you a more anime accurate pair that stretch out like some badass 70s bell bottoms. Alright, so put the arms down by the side like so. Alright, now this is kind of a cheapo thing, so you would think you could just close that, but no, it doesn't fit. So what you have to do is take those off. They're just ball and sockets, and while you're at it, if you want, now see the head come off? That's actually okay, I think, because the parts are so small to manipulate the face. You just want to be able to just pull that off without having to hold on to everything else. That's actually okay. And while we're there, we can see how this goes. So this cover, see these little keyed in areas here? Go right on like that. So the clear cockpit area shows through. And on the inside, you can see now that the balls will snap right in, okay? And then you just pop it back on the figure, okay? So there's the head. Now, this is all relatively easy stuff here. The back has a little circular unit that goes into here and just kind of won't stay on well on its own, but it'll conform the shape. You just kind of push the legs to conform to the shape of that. And like I said, it doesn't sit well on its own, but what happens is you lift up those, you slide in these arm panels, and you can see that a clip goes into the blue piece and then also into the body, securing the whole assembly into place. And then you flip that down. You do the same thing on the other side. Flip that down. And there you go. Godbird mode. Of course it doesn't sit on its own, but there is a handy hole here on the bottom for a Tamashii stand. Now this is, of course, it's a kind of made for action figure, so it's not the strongest Tamashii stand, you get the gist of how it works. It would hold up. I need to tighten this stand up actually. But so I mean, it looks pretty good in bird mode. You know, straighten the engine's gonna go in the right direction there. You know, I'm pretty happy about it. All right, so you probably want to see, well, how does it compare to the Soul of Chogokin version? Well, let's do a little comparison. So we'll take this bad boy and put him back into Raideen mode. Bear with me for a moment, but you can see how kind of easily the thing goes together. Okay. Sorry about the background noise. I do like it. You know, I was a little sure. It looked a little flimsy in the preview pictures. You know, I was kind of nervous that they were gonna shoehorn another half thought out transformation gimmick into this. But I think the solution they came up with was pretty nice. You know, it's still not quite that old school bricky action figure thing that I think everybody kind of wanted. Maybe they'll make someday. They've made a few attempts in the past and none have really come out quite right. So this strikes a nice balance, I think, between, you know, things like the high complete model and the mechanical action things. Alright, so here is the SOC compared to the SRC, I guess. So a few things will strike you, I think, right off the bat. As one is, I think I like the proportions on this one better. This one is kind of lanky. The head's nicer in this one, I think, but like this has the floppy shoulder, you know, and it suffers from kind of trying to do too much, I think. So I mean, it's great because it's got a nice shelf presence and nice gimmicks and everything, and, you know. So I mean, I'm not knocking it. I think it's a good toy, but I think if you want a nice introductory Raideen piece, Raideen to have into your collection, I think the Super Robot Chogokin is a nice way to go, and much more affordable than the SOC, of course. So if you want to get one, of course, check out HobbyLink Japan. You know, you can really be on the cutting edge if you get them, pre-order them through HobbyLink Japan and have them shipped EMS. You will have them rather quickly, which is kind of cool, as I did. So I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great little piece. It's solid. Not as solid and playable as the Mazinger, but pretty solid. I like it a lot. I like it enough to break out of my NyQuil-induced coma and do a short video review of it, which ended up being 14 minutes long. So, there you go. It's Josh from CollectionDX, and I'll be doing the Yusha Raideen, the silvery 90s Raideen next. So stay tuned for that. Later.